Cecil, tell them about the Home Builders Association real quick.
Gift big this year with the Home for Holidays raffle. You have a chance to win a beautiful new custom home or cash prize this holiday season and help make wishes come true for Make-A-Wish kids with critical illnesses. Raffle proceeds benefit Make-A-Wish OKI, which has granted over 22,000 wishes to children facing critical illnesses across Ohio, Kentucky, and the Indiana region since 1983. This year's home is a custom-built ranch by Petro's Home, and it has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 baths, and a 3-car garage. It also includes amazing features like a great room with a vaulted ceiling that extends to the outdoors, an unbelievable kitchen with beautiful finishes and a large hidden pantry, a mud room with open lockers, and a unique pet shower station. One lucky winner will be announced on December 24th, so get your $100 ticket now. Just visit ahomefortheholidays.org to buy your tickets. That's ahomefortheholidays.org. Terms and conditions apply.
Shout out to the Home Builders Association, man, for being a sponsor of the Ultimate 216 show. By the way, while you here, make sure you subscribe to the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show YouTube page, man. Just use that QR code right there. Like, subscribe, ring the bell so you can stay in the know every time we go live Monday through Friday. We go live Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. On Fridays, it's 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And also stay in the know for every single one of our spinoff shows. So you started talking about, some of the things that he can do to remain a starting quarterback, no matter what happens with Dillon Gabriel when he comes out of concussion protocol. And we really pretty much just talked about before we transitioned over about turning that hope that the Cleveland Browns fans have into real credibility. And you talked about getting the ball out fast and really being able to go downfield, right? And that's kind of like having command of the offense. One of the things that I kind of paid attention to way early back when I was watching this team in training camp, Bill Musgrave was somebody that was big on, do you have command in the huddle? Can you regurgitate the information that you're receiving from the offensive coordinator to your teammates, right? When you come out of your breaks, can you check your checks at the line of scrimmage, right? Can you read the disguises from the defenses, right? Can you know which way to shift the line? Things like that. And those are things that people said that were issues for Shedeur Sanders when he was drafted. Well, April to November, that's a long period of time. And I believe that he's been putting in the work behind the scenes. In fact, I've been told by people that's been around that just kind of popped up in Berea and just kind of saw him working casually, that he's been putting in the work behind the scenes, and he'll get the opportunity to show how much better he's gotten at those little things right there from April into now.
That's going to be huge, Earl. I think something I'm looking for is going to be huge, in my opinion, is his command at the line of scrimmage. You kind of hit on that, but his ability to, if they give him that access to call the slide, the protections at the line of scrimmage, depending on where the pressure is coming from, right? Because that alone, that intelligence right there will help him be able to see down the field more, will help him push the ball down the field, help him get the ball out quickly, right? I think one thing that Dillon did do good was get the ball out quickly, but he wasn't always accurate. So how accurate can Shedeur be against an NFL defense? That's going to be tremendous. If he can throw accurate passes, if he can put his offensive line in a good situation to keep him protected, to get the ball down the field to his receivers, we get a fair assessment of him and the pass catchers. I don't know if we really have a fair assessment of the pass catchers, being honest with you. How many catchable balls has been to Jerry Jeudy? How many catchable balls has been to Cedric Tillman? How many catchable balls have been to Isaiah Bond and Harold Fannin and all these guys, right? Then guess what? If you can actually throw the ball, you open up things for Judkins. Right now, they're going to load the freaking box. Like, they go make Dillon beat us, make Shedeur beat us, right? They're going to load the box. So him being accurate, having command of the line of scrimmage and being able to slide protection if he has to, left or right, I think, and then him being accurate down the field and completing balls down the field to his receivers, that's going to be tremendous. And that's going to be something we haven't seen all year. I don't know how many downfield completions we have this season as a Browns team. So I think that's going to be huge coming for Sunday.
Man, I'm laughing right now because I'm having a flashback, like you speaking from somebody who's been in that situation. Because I know when you out there and you running your routes, man, you tracking the ball. Like that's got to be some type of trust that you got from your quarterback that when I catch this, man, somebody ain't about to try to knock my whole life into a different like stratosphere. That's for real. And it's funny because I wrote down chemistry with the pass catchers, and we talked about being accurate, right? and being able to trust his read and getting the ball out on time. That's why this week of practice with the ones is so pivotal, right? Because you throwing the guys like Jerry Jeudy now, right? David Njoku, Cedric Tillman, Harold Fannin Jr. And the communication in the film room and then those reps on that practice field to get that timing down, that's going to go a long, like Shedeur's accurate, right? But the accuracy goes, it's an alignment with trusting your eyes, trusting what you see. And so that's why, like, getting these first team practice reps with these receivers that he's going to be throwing to is like very, very important. I thought Brian Baldinger did a great job of breaking down his last 7 or 8 throws. And he pointed out, he had a few throws there that was there for the taking. The one that Jerry Jeudy, to be exact, for example. And so just having like the opportunity to work with Jerry Jeudy a little bit more this week, it'd be interesting to see how those things take place going forward.
So remember the interception against Baltimore, and he got pressure for sure. But he seemed like he wanted him to go out. Whoever the receiver was, he wanted him to run out. That receiver particularly stopped, right? So there was some miscommunication that happened there. Either Shedeur just thought it was the different route, or he wanted him to go out, or the receiver ran the wrong route, right? Either or. There was a miscommunication somewhere. That type of stuff gets eliminated when you get reps during the week. That type of stuff you get on the same page with when you have reps over and over and over again during the week. And you see those scouted looks during practice, right? He wasn't seeing these looks at all. Like Shedeur came into a game and you watch film and you sit there and you're in it. But like he said in his interview, you don't really know. Like you said, you have to get the reps to understand what's happening. So you can sit there and watch film for Dylan and all that stuff and be like, okay, I understand it. I understand the game plan. But it's different when you're out there and people coming at your head. It's different when it's moving out full speed. So things like that, that's why this week is so important to get on the same page. So important to have the same understanding of the depth of the route, the timing of the route, where he needs to be. And especially for Shedeur, like once he gets in a rhythm, I think we're going to see what we always seen. Like I would love to see them come out, just motion or shift to 5 wide, go quick game, throw a few hitches, slants, get him in a rhythm, then hand the ball off, and then punch it, then play action off of that, and then roll out off of that, right? To get a rhythm for him going early on, because that's only going to build confidence. And that, I'm telling you, I'll say it again. His aura, his swagger is different. It's like a Lamar Jackson type thing. Like it's not natural for a quarterback, kind of an Aaron Rodgers type thing. It's not natural for a quarterback to be a little different, right? We're used to the quarterback today is like more of a Dylan Gabriel. It's more of the stand-up guy that's the politically correct all the time. When you got some swag and some confidence to you and the team believe in what you're saying and doing, it's a whole different game for that offense. Now I'm excited to see.
Hey, you talk about his swag and just being different and just being himself. I didn't cut this clip, but he talked about, the off the field adversity. Of course, his home got broken into. And he was like, sometimes you get got. Then he goes, they ain't get me from a jury, though. They ain't get me from a jury. The last thing I had wrote down for this was, calmness under pressure, and then reaction to it. Because we both know, again, he's a rookie quarterback. And you got people that's in Las Vegas that's trying to save their jobs as well, right? And the defense is going to test him. They're going to come after him early. Does he panic? Does the footwork break, right? Or does he settle in and, like you said, and catch that rhythm? And I think everything that we laid out and how he can go from, like, with the things that he can do to kind of stamp himself to earn more credibility, all those things that we're talking about are major steps in the right direction. All of those things that we're talking about is more than enough reason to let him continue to grow and develop. Because I'll tell you this, one way or another, just like I didn't do for Dylan Gabriel, just like you didn't do for Dylan Gabriel, I'm not going to make no sweeping judgments about his performance, after one game. I want to see it at the 2 stars, 3 stars. And FYI, even if Shedeur Sanders go out here for whatever reason, like ball out, I want to see, like, okay, you put a positive tape on film. Now, what happens next week against the 49ers, right? So it's never about just one game. It's about putting together like a resume of games up under your belt to see how you've progressed. And to me, to you, there were some things that was shown that was very positive in that second half of that Ravens game. Some things that was bad that showed up too. But we believe that those things that was bad that showed up, it came from the lack of reps, right? So it is what it is. Here we are with this situation, and we believe this is how Shedeur Sanders can go from, giving us just hope to earning some legit credibility to where you really can't deny him. Any final thoughts before we get to our last segment?
Yeah, I think it's two more things I want to add to what you're saying. I totally agree with what you're saying, but there's two more things I want to see on Sunday, because what Baltimore did was they brought pressure. As soon as they saw another rookie quarterback come in for a rookie, they're like, we gonna blitz the mess out of you. So how do you beat the blitz? With hot routes. So him understanding where the blitz is coming from, and all you got to do is beat it 2 or 3 times. If you know where the blitz is coming from, or you can find your hot route in time, and you bust a 20-yard gain, or you bust a first down, or you bust them because they keep blitzing and we were placing them where they left, that is a huge advantage. Now you're slowing the defense down. So now you're able to stop the blitz, make them play a little bit more passive, and now you can run the ball and go from there. Also, his ability to move in the pocket. Too many times in Colorado, he would go back 10 yards, spin move, turn around, do all this stuff. And last week you saw a little bit of, even though he got away with a move or two, you want to see him move in the pocket within the pocket, right? So if he does get sacked, it's a loss of 2, it's a loss of 3. It's not a loss of 10, 13, 12, if that makes sense. Understanding when to get rid of the ball, understanding when to take a sack, and ball protection. A couple of times he got sacked, that ball was out here. It was there. I'm like, oh, keep that ball tight. So I'm in my football mode now. So sorry.
Told y'all, that's Coach Shorts. That's Coach Shorts, man. And so y'all let us know what y'all think, man. What can Shedeur Sanders do this Sunday in his first ever NFL start to turn that hope into some legit credibility, man? Remember,